Hey guys, it's Tuesday, May 30th, 2017. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for those of you that have served our country, thank you so much for sacrificing and protecting our freedom so we can be Americans and just do what we do. Thank you so much. So, I missed you guys. I'm proud of these vlogs anymore. But that being said, I will vlog whenever I have something to talk about. And especially if I make a lot of progress, because again, I've talked about documenting versus creating. So I just want to document my process. So there's two things I want to talk about. How my weekend went, and then the second thing is what I plan for the last episode of the Weldon podcast for the first season. Just the first season. Yeah, this last weekend, I mentioned, I think in my last video on Friday, that I was just tired, lacking sleep, really tired, physically just burnt out. I think physically and emotionally are linked together pretty strongly, but, oh boy, I was a little in a rut. Didn't hit rock bottom, but it was, I needed some rest. So what I did was, it was really nice. Friday, I just went out. I went to like a coworker's birthday party, and that was fun. And slept plenty on Friday night. So Saturday, I woke up really refreshed, and I had a few goals in mind. And one of the things was I'm gonna finish a Walden podcast this weekend. Just like I worked on a little bit this week, last week, maybe like Friday or maybe even a little bit Thursday. I can't remember, but didn't get much done. So I just grinded it out this weekend. I kind of shook up my whole flow and my schedule and just try to pump one out this weekend. There's a little bit of a rush job. We're trying to close out season 1 before Walden's AMA on Thursday. And we want to plug the podcast. And I was like, hey, you know what? Or not Thursday, June 7th. I don't know why I said Thursday. Maybe that's a Thursday. No, it's not. I don't know. Anyway, so just really pushing that hard. And I just shook up my routine and had a new goal, an invigorated goal to let's do this. Can I do this? Like a challenge. So super exciting. So I scheduled my weekend as such. And even then, Saturday I went to Wisconsin's Bratfest. It's like the biggest Bratfest in the world. Went there with some friends, got to talk, had some beers, had some brats, good food, roasted corn, so good. And it was good to have a social life again, because I sacrificed my social life to make sure I have enough time to do all these projects, and that's the sacrifice I'm willing to take, and that's okay. But I don't need to go so extreme, I think, as I have been. I need to just really optimize my time. And the latest episode is going to be released. By the way, I finished it, and or almost finished it. Weldon has been recording stuff throughout for the Weldon journey, just like week 1, 2, 3 of the LCS and stuff like that. And the latest one he put out was a preview going into playoffs, as they have a bye week. And then he actually didn't record playoffs. So I was like, hey Weldon, just for continuity's sake, can you record your thoughts of playoffs? And one cool thing that I did was, Weldon's busy, and one thing is I want to make sure that he knows that I care, and there are a lot of struggles and a lot of things to be working on, and like I said, he's busy. So I made it as easy as possible for him. I think that's just really productive, and it's where I can only do so much, and reminding him every day, hey, can you record this? Can you record this? Can you record this? Without being annoying and effective. So you know what? I gave him hey, this is what happened this week. You 3-1 this, or during playoffs, you 3-1 this team, you 3-1 that team, and these are some thoughts that I think would be interesting to talk. So I gave him a bullet point of list of things to talk about, and he was like, oh, this is great. Thank you so much. And I was like, awesome. I felt really good because I was being proactive and I was being productive and useful. So hopefully Walden gets that done pretty soon now that I gave him made it as easy as possible for him. So once he gets me that content, I can put that into the episode, and then I'm sending it off to Sam the audio editor to clean it up a bit. Like, I didn't touch any audio issues, right? I helped, like, yeah, I didn't do, like, any noise removal. I didn't do any, like, gain. I did some normalizing, like, easy normalizing, but basically, like, I need to use my time elsewhere. So that's what I hired him on for. So I'm going to use him as much as I can. And he's had a busy week, and he's moving. So it won't be until, like, Wednesday that he gets to it, which would be tomorrow. So hopefully Walden gets that to me today. I put that in, give that to Sam, and Sam can start working on it. So that's been really good. It's been really good. Let's see. And oh yeah, so what I want to talk about, the episode was about becoming a pro gamer, and the main theme that Weldon talks about is, like, it's not that you need to grind more hours, which is important to get better, but it's more about, like, finding a balance in your life and optimizing your life. You know, when you have 2 hours to play, you work hard those 2 hours. Like, have a plan, be focused, like, make those 2 hours worth it. And yeah, there are daily responsibilities in your life that you need to accomplish. Like, if you're in high school, you need to go to school. Like, I don't think it's smart to drop out of high school, or if you drop out of high school, you still need to be moving towards getting your, like, high school diploma, right? And like an online course. Like, you just need to have a high school degree. Not having a college degree, that's acceptable, and you could always go back to college if the pro life fails, but I really think it's just so risky to not have a high school degree. So anyway, so most of likely you're a 16, 17-year-old that's pursuing pro gaming, and he basically says, like, you can't become a pro unless you can balance school and hit the top of the ladder, because that's what they've all done. Like, you have to be able to do that. If you can't do that, most likely you're just not talented enough or built up the skill set through your upbringing yet to become a pro. So again, it's about optimizing. So I was thinking about, like, how does that relate to me, you know? And I keep thinking, like, oh, I need more time. It's like, hey, you know what? I need to use my time more effectively. Like, my time is okay, you know? Like, I can find ways. I'm an engineer. This is what I do. Like, I can find ways to be more productive and efficient. So I started making a flowchart last week, and and I think I really need to make, like, a step 1, step 2, step 3. This is how I work, and therefore, like, I don't skip steps. I don't forget steps. Because, like, for example, I forgot that I need music, and I'm like, oh, I need to reach out to more more SoundCloud artists. I haven't done that, so I did that, like, on Friday night. I'm so glad they all got back to me, like, by Sunday. So when I was able to, like, I could actually put music into the episodes really easily. I didn't have to search, like, because I found some songs that I wanted to use, but I didn't get permission yet. So I got permission from all 3 artists, so that was awesome. And let's see, what else? Yeah, that was good. That was really, really good. Oh yeah, so the second part that I wanted to talk about was, so going back, this weekend has been really, really good. Got a lot done, had a lot of fun. Like, I watched 2 movies with my wife over the weekend. We watched, like, a ton of Netflix. We finished Unbreakable. I spent time with my dog. We went on, like, 3 walks, like, every day, 4 walks, 5, like, a lot of walks. I spent a lot of time not being at my computer. At the same time, I spent a lot of time being at my computer. So it was just really good to see that I could do that. I went hard, and I got a lot done with probably less time than I usually do for an episode. That being said, I saw so many places where I could do it faster and be more effective. Like, I was playing phone games while I was doing it sometimes, and I'm like, okay, this is not good, because I had to re-listen to stuff, or, like, I'm just distracted every, like, minute or so. So I'm like, okay, there are ways to improve this process. So that's really good to see. Yeah, so the second point, this last episode of the Weldon Green podcast for season 1, I think I'm not sure how these vlogs are gonna go, but I think I'm gonna try to actually Oh, do I have my... Okay, I have my work bag. Ooh, scary. I think what I'm going to try to do is record my work. Like, actually record every minute that I'm working at my computer. And a lot of it's going to be boring. I'm going to have to go back and edit it. So it's going to be a little bit of work to do that. And mine through it and see what's useful. But I'm going to, like, set up my webcam and stream and record, like, my desktop. And just show what I'm doing. I think that'd be pretty interesting. And I'm really looking forward to that. Because it's actually documenting what I do. And I think that might be like a pretty cool video. I think that might be a pretty cool video. I think if people like the Weldon Green podcast and they know that that thing is available. Like maybe I can be like, hey Weldon, can you put like the end screen template, like, can you like link to my channel and show that like, oh, the creation of this last episode. That might be really cool. Yeah, I think people would like that. Or it might be boring. Who knows? That being said, it'll probably be like a 15-minute video or something like that of like 10 hours of content. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's a really cool idea. I like it. I like the idea a lot. Yeah. So the last episode, I think it's gonna be on like biological things or auto game factors that help you improve your game. I think that's what it'll be on. Oh shoot, I don't really know what the last episode is on. I really wanted the Going Pro episode to be the last one. It's not happening. Whoops. Because there's a possibility that this Going Pro was actually the last episode, or the 7th episode would be the last episode. We wouldn't do actually 8, but we decided to do 8 because we are not too worried about trying to get everything out before the end of the season, or before his Reddit AMA. That being said, I'm going to try to. I told him I don't promise you that it'll be done, but it could be done. So that's exciting. So anyway, thanks again for watching this episode of the JustCasual Vlogs. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate it. I have not forgotten. I gotta do a 25 facts about me video. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. I got some time this week. Alright, see you guys.